If there was like a laser pointer pointed off the sternum and it was looking at your hands and you have this leverage, you literally are in a spot, that's a position of strength. If the elbows stay together, it forces the body to turn to move the hands to the top. One thing that Butch Harmon says all the time is if you keep your elbows close together, I mean literally elbows together and turn, and they know the club's lost, so what do? They hold it for dear life like this to try not to lose it even more because guess yeah. Getting rid of the amount your hands go this way and pass your center and making sure that that shoulder is the driving force to your hands and like that look right there. That's the connection you're looking for. So without dumbing this down and not making it overcomplicated, if you have this part here, if you have that turn facing your hands and you have that angle, well, that's the most powerful position that you could be in because then you're in a position where you can actually rotate and then let the club go.
Your arms are not hitting your
100%.
Are
not hitting your chest, exactly. And they call it lead arm adduction.
Do that, then you're not moving your chest.
Exactly. They call it lead arm adduction, where it goes like the arm goes across the chest. The best players in the world will only have that happening to about 15 degrees, but think about it. That's back to the middle of the body. It never actually passes the left side. You know, guys, one great thought that Tiger Woods always played with, which was awesome in the backswing. They call this lead arm adduction when it goes across your chest. All that means is that your hands are wrapping across your body center and the hands are now pinned and in a bad spot. So what we talked about was in order to get the chest truly facing your hands, Tiger had a great thought. He kept his left arm on the left side of his body, never let his left arm pass his body center and kept that club and the arms right there.
Guys, look at the Johnny O logo on his shirt. Do it again. Watch the logo move and not get covered up. See that?
Guys, the minute this happens, which is like most people do this, and that's our first couple practice swings were right here. And then the minute I actually got him into position, I actually froze him here. And I went like this. I took his chest and turned it and then put him there. If you have two things at that halfway back point, guys, if you have your sternum, if there was like a laser pointer pointed off the sternum and it was looking at your hands and you have this leverage, you literally are in a spot, that's a position of strength. It's gonna free up your swing so much. If you feel any timing or having to throw your arms and hands at it, man, that's that left arm, and that's what I saw from both the guys down here to start the day. It was more this way, we're gonna work on the same thing, than it was this way. Now, arms and hands push down that line, but get your chest fully facing your hands. You see that?
Okay.
Now ready? Keep
A
that
lot more open.
Keep that there. Turn more now. Turn your body. You feel that?
Yeah.
That's the feeling. You know what most people look like? Where the chest is there, but everything's wrapped behind them. So make sure, don't let this arm swing. Just turn the chest and everything will be together. Essentially all we're looking for is your arms to not be back here and to be more out here with a more full turn. The more his hands, the left arm staying on the left side of the body is a great thought. Think about your right arm. The right arm is a big culprit to the problem. If this elbow starts to back away, it's pulling my arms across me. So one thing that my dad did for me all the time, most common drill I think Dad actually had me do, he had me take my left hand and go underneath my right elbow. And he had me pull my right elbow towards the center of my body. There's a famous image of Hogan with his arms bound together and his elbows together. We also have that Tour Striker ball these days, you guys, that goes between the arms. Why? If the elbows stay together, it forces the body to turn to move the hands to the top. One thing that Butch Harmon says all the time is if you keep your elbows close together, I mean literally elbows together and turn, okay? If the elbow gets loose, that's what starts pulling the arms across the body. So when I was doing this, I took my elbow here and all I was doing was keeping it in front of the seam on my shirt, never letting it back up behind the seam. And that goes to the top and throughout my swing, okay? So there's the left arm staying over here, but there's also the right arm staying close to the left arm. And if you guys can marry that, you'll see, oh wait, that's actually forcing my body now to turn to get everything back there. Yeah.
It's like Rory, right? Rory
Yep.
got that ball that hangs around his neck.
Exactly.
Where,
You guys see Rory has the ball that hangs around the neck and whatnot. And that's all we're trying to do is it's pinching these guys together to where it forces your body to turn. And guys, I'm telling you, if you guys can get to that halfway back spot like I did, right here, I had a chance. I was walking down the fairways of the British Open this year. We played a practice round with that boy I told you qualified for the tour next year. We had a great practice round pairing, Porzak Harrington and Shane Lowry. He looks at me and he goes, the one thing, Adam, he's like, I watch your page. He goes, I love it. He goes, get people doing that, what you do all the time. He goes, get them to right here, halfway back, and hit it from there. He goes, if they have anything on that shot, it tells them everything they need to know about the golf swing. Because if you don't have leverage, you can't hit it. If you don't have the connection, you can't hit it. So if you guys can find a way today with this short shot, just to the red flag, get a wedge, turn your chest, make sure the sternum's looking at your hands, make sure these arms are together, and you've created this L, and you marry that to one feeling, you have 99% of your golf swing done at that point, okay? On the way through?
Yeah.
Okay, chicken wing on the way through. Very simple. The golfer who's disconnected throws it early, and they know the club's lost, so what do? They hold it for dear life like this to try not to lose it even more, because guess what? If I released it like Hogan or myself, like this, and I was already right here, I'd hit it over my left shoulder.
So that angle is real important.
That chicken wing is the only saving grace you have of holding off the club to actually get it online. Once again, not the flaw, an athletic response to what the flaw was way sooner. Think about this, the left arm, when it breaks down, for a lot of people, here's what it is. If our body doesn't turn in the backswing, the left arm bends. If I turn, it can remain straight. How about this one? If I'm laterally moving through the golf ball, that's when it also chicken wings, because it can't extend away from the body. If I stay centered, it's going to extend. So that's a big one. Swinging the handle, staying centered, will help get rid of the chicken wing and help the arms extend. But a great drill that Shreya and I do, we do this one a lot, where we hold the finish and pretend like we're not ever going to let the arms and hands get back above shoulder high in the follow-through. And look where I finished right there. And that comes off like a rocket. Look how stable that club face is right there. Really promotes connection in the swing. Okay, so important to understand, staying centered, swinging the handle. Okay, here we are. The club's now going to be able to release and extend away from you, but really holding that finish right here will keep these arms out in front of you. Another go-to drill that I like for you, okay? Let's give that a try. You're just freezing. Beautiful, look at that extension right there. And what's cool is she'll actually maintain the angle more and then release it later and hold on. If you release that angle too soon, the club head's momentum goes this way. Good luck. And that's where she's a great golfer. She understands that when that angle's lost, you can't arrive with the club head past her hands, so it'll get rid of it, and then she hangs on, and that's where Shreya will get a little bit of her chicken wing. Notice, she doesn't de-accelerate to stop her hands shorter, just like I did. We're going full speed, but we're just being very conscious of trying to hold it after impact, okay? Really good drill, by the way, for tightening the core and getting that core active in the swing. At Porzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.